And Beyonce's name wasn't there. And I was like, oh, Beyonce won't come. And then suddenly security comes in. And I said, there's no other person that's going to have this much security other than a queen. And then I hear a dress jingling. And I say, oh my God.
It's almost like fate. You guys were born around the same time. The movie came out at the same time, and now you're here sitting together. You worked together before in the past. You must do. What is this bond like between you guys?
I mean, you guys are like the Oprah and Gail. When I think about it, like that bond, you know?
I don't want to say who's who.
Well, yeah, but you guys do have this special ability to come together and create magic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's very kind. That's a rich compliment.
Oprah and Gail?
Which one's Gail?
Run me the check.
What would I say? What would you say? Should we say at the same time? I'm just kidding. I'm stop.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I just think working with your brother is the best experience ever because you get to just laugh and play and like. I think there's this understanding of the sincerity and the passion we have around the work that's just so comfortable. And sometimes I've worked with a lot of actors that are much older than me and they're so much more established and I get so intimidated and scared. I'm equally as intimidated sometimes of Aaron because he's so fantastic. But I feel a comfort and a just protection from him that is really, really nice. And it allows me to open up even further and do better work as an actor. And that's not something we get very often.
What have you learned from him?
Oh my gosh. Work ethic, focus, the ability for him to not get embarrassed when he's at work and just completely just lock in. Like, I remember the first day we were shooting and we were all on Zoom. It was 2021. It was still COVID. And Aaron was already in the Mufasa voice. And I was embarrassed to even try the Taka voice because I was so scared everyone was going to laugh at me. And I was seeing him kind of go, this is a legacy that we're doing. And there's an importance around this. And I was like, this is what it means to be an actor. It's like unabashedly just bare your soul in front of everybody. And that's what audiences want to latch on to, and that's why he's a special performer.
I think it's so interesting because there could be that real pressure of, you know, this is such a big deal, and a lot of people have their memories and emotions attached to it when they grew up with the original, and they loved the one in 2019 as well. You talked about being almost embarrassed to do that voice. What kind of work, what kind of introspection goes into really nailing the core of what that voice is going to be?
Wow, I think it's Kelvin says this really eloquently, and I'm just paraphrasing here, but he likens the animation experience to that of doing a play on the stage, because when you do a play, you get to spend an extended period of time with the character, and you get to repeatedly revisit again and again these scenes. And we had that experience arguably amplified because we were doing this for 3 years. So we were revisiting these characters and these scenes again and again and again over 3 years. And you do get very familiar with them. I think that's a really beautiful thing.
Do you still do the voice? Do you bring it out once in a while? Like, do you get into the Mufasa? Like,
do you know what's so?
I'm asking to hear it right now.
You know what's funny? With majority of the characters that I portray, like as soon as because when we're filming, I more or less do not leave that character. As soon as we finish, I kind of set it free and almost forget how to do it again. So I haven't engaged with the Mufasa voice since. You're hilarious.
You're gonna come back.
You're hilarious. But yeah, do you have the scar in your background?
He said, get the pressure off me. Do you have the scar in me? No, dude.
Who's the shy one now? Yeah, like, who's the shy one now?
I'd still try to play around with it, seeing if I could do it better. And because I'm constantly just, I have that like actor thing of like once you leave and it's said and done, you're still thinking like, should I have done this? Should I have done that? And it never still sounds the same because I had an incredible dialect coach with me the whole time too to help me out. And we finished shooting this like 4 months ago.
I know we're being interviewed here, but I have a question for you actually. Yeah. When a lot of the characters, I should sit over here. A lot of the characters, like you change the color of your hair. How long before you change it back to your natural hair color?
Oh my God.
I'm actually curious about that. Because that's part of setting free the character, right?
Well, I think it was also because I had blue hair once in the movie. I had the locks once. I had the braids, and then I had the Martin Luther King look. But I think it's literally I shave my head as soon as a movie's done or a project's done.
Oh, okay.
So I can kind of just reset, and then I'm bald.
Yeah.
And so that was like,
But do you miss it when you let something go that you've been working on for like 3 years? Do you have this feeling of going back to it?
I definitely miss every character that, you know, I have the opportunity to engage with because I've spent so much time with that character. I can be quite obsessive with the nuances of characters as well. So, you know, I mean, Kel knows, you know, I'll be anytime I'm on set, I'm in the dialect of the character. I will have the mannerisms of the character, like my gait when I'm walking will be of the character. Only outside of that context will I speak in my own accent and try and revert back to myself. Even on lunch breaks, when we did MLKX, I was speaking to him in dialect.
I knock on the trailer door and it was Malcolm X. That was really overwhelming sometimes. I was like, I just want to have some sand.
But you know, I think for that reason, when I finish a project, I do, you know, I do miss, you know, I let it be by miss character.
I mean, I dropped out in the middle of
us really energized. Sorry.
But you kind of have to revisit again because this picture here we have is the world premiere of the whole cast, right? Yeah, there's
Beyonce.
You're
Yeah,
on
she was
stage with
there.
Beyonce and Blue Ivy.
Our co-stars.
But this brings it back, right? This is ultimately what it's all about and celebrating. So what was this day like for you? What was that moment of getting on stage and feeling that vibe? Because there's also a picture of you guys lined up in the back and ready to get on stage.
We played
Like on a field trip.
What is this? What is this?
Yeah.
Like for us to understand what that feeling
evening
is.
was just enormous. Like we walked out on stage to just a room full of old fans of the film, like us, and new fans of the film. And it was just a room full of love and joy and this bubbling excitement about what this story was going to contribute to the legacy. I don't think I've ever felt a feeling exactly like that before. It was like, it could have made you cry. Like it was so beautiful.
You felt the love.
Yeah, massively. It was very similar to when we walked out at D23. It was like, whoa. Yeah.
And Beyonce?
We got backstage and I was like, is she coming? Because no one would say if she was coming or not. They didn't, and everyone had their name tag on the wall in our lineup like we were going on a field trip. And Beyonce's name wasn't there. And I was like, oh, Beyonce won't come. And then suddenly security comes in. And I said, there's no other person that's going to have this much security other than a queen. And then I hear a dress jingling. And I say, oh my God, there she is. I turn, and in the video, I'm turning back because I was trying to look back and Aaron was so cool. He's just looking forward because, you know, he's always looking to the next thing. You know what I mean? Mufasa, a leader.
I'm just trying to be composed.
He's sniffing the air. He's like, what's happening?
What's happening? He's like, I already smelled her. It's heat. Beyonce 2009 perfume. And then 2009. I'm not part of the Beehive. What are you talking about?
But it was a moment for you.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
amazing.
do you play in your mind like what I'm gonna say to her if I talk to her?
I was actually replaying it in my head. I was like, all right, what do you say? Hi, good to see you. Do you say you're a big fan? Do you not? Do you smile and say what's up? You know what I mean? Like, what's the plan? And then we were on stage and I never got to say
Oh, you missed it.
so it's okay. Next time.